suit because many of the things like in bub suit is given in the professional accounts, but that the charges are high. So I'll tell you the basic of this bub suit, and we'll see some demonstration of this creating a malwares, and also to investigate the malware in the networks and to study those things. So, but I know this very great workshop in specifically on malware analysis, and till now it's day 7. We have gone through many things from the basics also. So, but what is required, I have just included very few slides before proceeding to the INET sim. Let us get ahead of this. So, if you see, you all know that what is malware. So basically, malware is a software that's kind of malicious that may damage or disable the computer systems and gives limited or full control of the system. Okay, so it is basically increases the weaknesses. It may expose or means some vulnerabilities of the system. Okay, so if you click on any of the malicious code, we'll see how to create it. But I would also like to know, have you created any malware using some tool? Are you able to do it? Please let me know. That will help me to cover the content. Okay, please, Vikas sir.
So they have been demonstrated, but not they have created by their own.
Okay, okay. In which tool, sir? They have got
No, not
exposure.
tools, sir. They have just gone through this scripting kind of examples.
Okay, scripting. Okay, okay. So today I'll give you a brief of some tools provided in Kali Linux about like how to create that malicious codes and how to investigate that. Let us see how it works. So if you see here, it is basically to give a full or limited control of the system or the malware creators to the malware creators, means attackers for the purpose of theft and fraud. So if you see about the examples, so Trojan horses, viruses, backdoors, worms. So backdoor is some kind of like if I tell about SSH run on the port number 22. So in this, if once try to log in into the system or the victim system or the host system, if we know the IPs and with this port, so one-time password is asked during login. Okay, so if you means are able to log in into it first time, then next time it will not ask for any password. So that key, that RSA or that RSA key is stored on the victim system. And if you again try to log in into it uh, without any password authentication, you means the attackers are granted access. So we don't know how we use these devices, the upcoming devices or the future devices or the latest uh, devices. If we purchase it from the vendor, so they do some security configuration. And if you have observed many times, like automatic updations and all these things are happening, it is because of all these kind of options have been provided to them. Okay. They can remotely access many of the IoT devices and all. We have rootkits, spyware, ransomware. Now ransomware as a service is working. Uh, then botnets, adware, and cryptors in this crypto world. So if we talk about cryptors, so I'll tell you uh, like in crypto, like cryptocurrency, we have many things. I'll cover something. I'll be coming back to that. Okay, I'll cover this that in detail. Talking about this uses of malware, because malware as a service is also working. Okay, so many of the firms and these ethical hackers and the black hat hackers are giving service in the dark web about this ransomware as a service and malware as a service kind of thing. So if you see the uses of malware, so attack browsers and track website visited, it's a basic thing like adware do. Then slow down system and degrade system performance. cause hardware failure, rendering computer inoperable, steal personal information, including contacts, erase valuable information, resulting in substantial data loss, and attack additional computer system directly from compromised system, and spam inboxes with advertising emails. These are very limited use by of the malwares, but now due to the uh, means involvement or the uh, what we say due to the proliferation of the new kind of devices, every month you are getting new type of devices in the market. So we don't know what are their security concerns, how much they have been tested, and what is the credibility of the user privacy and the data. So it becomes very challenging. Okay. Then different ways of malware to enter a system. If you see, instant messengers applications are the good way. Like if you see in WhatsApp, .apk file is floating. Lot of APK file is floating in a very big group. And if one clicks into those APK files, I think they can get victim to such incidents. Okay, so we'll see how to create this APK file and all. I have try to cover this in this PPT and also for demonstration. Portable hardware, media removable devices. Through that, it is they are very much introduced into the system. Then browser and email software bugs, secure patch management, insecure patch management is there. Then it enters rogue or decoy applications, means the applications which are not updated. Untrusted sites and freeware web applications, like we have many applications from where movies are being downloaded. Downloading files from the internet, email attachments, network propagations, file sharing services, installation by other malware, and Bluetooth and wireless networks. So these are the ways through which malwares can enter. So different malwares can enter at different what we say levels. Then if you see common techniques attackers use to distribute malware across the web, if you see, so how they distribute. So black hat search engine optimization, SEO is called, that is ranking malware page uh, that highly in search results. So means like in Google, we see that relevant URLs are being shown to you as per your keyword, what you have been provided. Likewise, you have black hat search engine. Suppose in some case you have been redirected to such search engine like Bing is one example. Regularly, once you are installing an application, you are redirected or you have been asked to install that. So if you're not take care of it very seriously, then it is installed and it becomes the default browser kind of thing. Okay, browser or search engine. So what they do, they rank the malware pages uh, like in the search results. Second is social engineered click jacking. So this is way of tricking users into clicking on innocent looking web pages. Now here comes the role of burp suit. So once it is like you need to test or you need to analyze the web pages because many of times your means the victim get tricked through this phishing emails, phishing websites, and all. So that's why it is very, very, very important to check before doing all these things. Okay. So attacker injects malware into the websites that appears legitimate to trick user into clicking them. So when clicked, the malware basically embedded in the link execute without the knowledge or the consent of the user. And this happens. Okay. Many a times you are redirected to different URLs. Then you have a spear phishing sites. So here this mimicking legitimate like institutions like legitimate websites you can say in an attempt to steal login credentials like Facebook. So you have a tool, I'll just tell you. So I'll make somewhat interactive. I'll try to make it interactive. So I'll share my screen. So I have a setup here, like I have a virtual box. Earlier I have installed this Windows 10 also, but it is getting corrupted many a times. So recently I have removed it. So it's a Kali Linux. I think you now know about it. So we have software engineering toolkit, SE toolkit. It is pre-installed in this Kali Linux. So if you see, you have different options provided here. If you see the screen, social engineering attacks, penetration testing, third-party modules, update the social engineer toolkit, updates SET configuration. It's a social engineering toolkit. Now, if you get into the option one, okay, social engineering attacks. So you get spear phishing attack vectors, website attack vectors, infectious media generator, create a payload and listener, mass mailer attack, Arduino based attack vector, wireless access point attack vector, QR code generator attack vector, PowerShell attack vector, and third party modules. So let us get into first spear phishing attack vector. So you have a perform mass email attack, create a file format payload, create a social engineering template. So you can get into it. Basically, you just select the option. Okay, two. So now if you see SET Social Engineering Toolkit, custom written DLL hijacking attack vector, custom written document UNC LM SMB capture attack. So you see lot of files you can create a custom exe to VBA sent via RAR required. So this is one option to create such kind of malware, configured malware, or to generate such malware. So it's a very easy to do it using this SE tools. We have other options also. We'll see how it can be worked. Then if you see Foxit PDF reader version this, title stack buffer overflow. So if you select any of the option, like are using 15, suppose. So you can select any of the thing like Windows reverse TP cell, interpreter reverse TCP. So this will be the payloads that will be embedded into this exe files. So this is what you automated things we are doing by selecting only the options. But what you can do is, I'll tell you one tool. I think you maybe heard about it, MSF Venom. So we'll see how we can write an script and create a payload or the exe or APK file, and you can investigate that also. So Windows Meter Preter, I'll choose the fifth option, Windows Meter Preter reverse TCP. So it is asking for the IP address. So listener. So my IP address, I need to check what is my IP address. So my IP address same 192.168.1.11. So this is already been shown here. So L host means listener. So it's the attacker IP address. So or you can write here URL also, URL of some servers or something. Port. Okay, I'm writing here 44. 4 4. Okay, we need to check. So this is how you can create some. I think some key has been pressed. Let's see. It's very easy and it is being generated. Right. If I go to infectious media generator, file format exploits, a standard metasploit executable. So these are many options you can just explore out of it. So this is one option. You can just clone a website in means want to show that only how to clone a website. So second website attack vector. If you see webjacking attack method, so site cloner, you have this option in 6 multi-attack web method. So you can clone a site in a very easy way. So it is asking for port forwarding and all. You can explore these options. Okay. Right now I'll do it no. IP address or the URL. So I'll write. Enter the URL to clone. Okay. So I'll write here facebook.com. So what you need to select the option Java applet attack method. So this will be embedded. Okay, I'm finished. I want to proceed with the attack. So like this, you select the option 7 to finish. So this will provide like uh, uh, a link to you, and in that the website can be cloned. So this is how you can work. 6 2 no listener. All right, here. 60. Let's see us work on it or not. How do you write this on the HTTP? Hack this website. I'll just check. So hack this site.org. I'll try to use it. Hack this site. So it is cloning this website if you see here, and this could take a little bit. So this information is provided to you. So this is how you can just work, and some this will be provided to you. Some IP and URL based things will be provided to you, and it will be hosted on the uh, means a server or any desktop applications, or you can say the any of the IP you can do it. So this is how you can do it very easily. Okay. So you have seen many options like this. You have malvertising also. So here embedding malware in ad networks that display across hundreds of legitimate high traffic sites. So here this technique basically involves embedding malware laden advertisements in legitimate online advertising channels to spread malware on system of unsuspecting users. So this is how they send malware through these advertising websites. You have compromised legitimate websites. In this, attackers uses like compromised websites to infect system with malware. Okay, so basically here hosting embedded malware that spreads to unsuspecting visitors. Drive-by download, exploiting flaws in browser softwares to install malware just by visiting a web page. Then we have spam emails. You are very much familiar with this. RTF, rich text format injection, RTF. So RTF full form is rich text format. So here, basically malware means subcodes are being injected into this text format code file, and with this they are tricking users to open the malicious document. So it's also very means pretty much used by the attackers. So in this, if you see RTF injection involves exploiting features of Microsoft Office, such as RTF templates are there, like they are stored locally on the remote machines. So RTF templates are basically used for specifying the document format, and attackers inject malicious macros into this RTF. So the malicious template is automatically retrieved from the remote servers by evading this system security if I tell. Then if you see, we have a components of this malware. So you have a cryptor. Basically, it is a software program, this cryptor. So it is a software program that's that can hide like the existence of the malware. Attackers uses this software to to avoid this detection using antivirus softwares. So it protects malware from reverse engineering or analysis, thus making it difficult to detect security mechanism. So we'll see what are different cryptors or the encryption approaches are available or given for avoiding this malware kind of thing. So it's basically a software that protects malware from avoiding the detection of antivirus. Then you have a downloader. So it's a type of Trojan that downloads other malware from the internet on the PC. Usually, attackers install downloader software when they first gain access to the system. We have a dropper also. So in this, these are the components. So we saw the cryptor, downloader, then dropper. So it's a type of Trojan that covertly install other malware files onto the system. Then you have exploit. So are very much involved in utilizing or exploiting the vulnerabilities. So these are the malicious codes that breaches the system security via software vulnerabilities to access information or install malware. Then we have injector. So they injects its code into the vulnerable running processes and applications. Then you have obfuscator. They change the format or they encode or scramble the bits kind of thing. So the program that conceals its code and intended purpose via various techniques, and thus makes it hard for security to detect it. So they jumble up the bytes or something. So they just change the normal looking like malware packets or the P headers into some other uh, format so that it can be avoided, the detection can be avoided. Then you have a packer. So this is a program that allows all the files to bundle together into a single executable file. So via different techniques like compression, and we have an encryptor also, that is scripter. You have a payload. So we'll see list of payloads today. So what can be embedded into the malware? Okay. So a piece of software that allows control over a computer system after it has been exploited. Then you have a malicious code. So a command that defines malware basic functionalities. What can be, what's its duty? So these are the various components of the malware. If you see some software tools required for malware like forensics or analysis instead of this. You can consider this analysis. So it's basically virtualization softwares such as VirtualBox, VMware, vSphere Hypervisor, then VMware Horizon, and Microsoft Hyper-V Server. These are some tools. Then you have for malware sandbox such as Joe Sandbox, CrowdStrike Falcon Sandbox, and Annie.run for automated analysis. For forensic image extraction tool, like if any drive is infected with the malware, then a bit by bit copy of that is made. Okay, so that is called the forensic image. Okay, from that analysis is made that you call it as a dead analysis. So, but in NetSeam is kind of a network-based analysis. We'll see a very small example, and with that, I think you will do many things. Okay. So extraction tools such as Forensics Toolkit, FTK Imager, X-Ray Forensics, Autopsy, you have the Sleuth Kit, TSK for data acquisition. So all this are used for this malware analysis. PE analysis tools, I think you know about is that is PE View, PE Studio, PEID, and File Alzire. So with this PE View and PE Studio and all, you can just see the PE headers of the malwares. So that you can take advantage to analyze such malwares and their behaviors. Okay. Tools for taking a snapshot of hosts such as registry shot, rec shot, or total commander are the tools. And if you see memory dumping tools such as Belkasoft Live RAM Capture, so memory dumping in this, the memory is not non-volatile like hard disk drive. These are not the things that are discussed here. Here, the RAM things are being captured. Okay, because when any program is executed, it comes to the primary memory. And if we talk about the malware, so they are being executed in the primary memory. So you can find the traces of the malwares and its associated applications and the files like DLL files and all you can find in the RAM. Okay. Then you have a network sniffing tools such as Wireshark and TCP dump. Then you have a network simulation software such as iNetSim is there. So it is basically for creating a fake internet service. Basically here, like we have two different kind of analysis. So I have covered this in the upcoming slides. Then we'll switch to this iNetSim. Process exploring and monitoring tools such as Process Monitor is also very helpful and Process Explorer. These are the tools. For hex viewing, like for PE, if I talk about the PE view, PE studio, in this you see the headers, you identify these malware headers through their hex pattern and the signatures. Like you can see the raw format of every files and malwares using hex viewing like hex editor neo 010 hexinator or hxt. We have lot many tools for hex weaving. Then for debugging tools such as Oli BBG, Githra, and IDA Pro. These are some tools for debugging, like for reverse engineering, you can say. Tools for searching malicious strings includes Bintex, Floss, Hex Workshop, and tools such as Dependency Walker for finding program dependencies. If you see, like I have not included, I'll just let you know. Then you have this malware analysis. You have screen capture and recording tools like Snagit, TechSmith, Camtasia, and Esvid. So these are the tools for analysis. For network and internet simulation tool, we have NetSim, NS3, Riverbed, Modeler, and GNS3. So these are the tools that can be. This is the rigorous list of tools and techniques that are required to work in the field of this malware analysis. Just a minute. Okay. Then you already know that we have two kind of analysis, static and dynamic malware analysis. In a static, what we do like it's a kind of code analysis. It involves going through the executable binary code without executing it to have a better understanding of the malware and its purpose. So it's a kind of offline analysis you see. No other behavior is studied. Only the content of that executable is being analyzed. But what is dynamic? So today our focus is on dynamic malware analysis, also known as behavioral analysis. So it involves executing malwares uh, like a code, and they see how it interacts with the network, with the host machine, what requests are being sent, what we say, what type of packets are being flowing on the network after executing such malwares and all. So that is basically required to study in this dynamic malware analysis. So what's the how it interacts with the host system and impacts on the system after infection. So getting more into this dynamic analysis. So it's basically running malware deliberately while monitoring the results. So in this only this inet sim is helpful for us. Require a safe environment. So some configurations are required, network configuration. Even though you are executing the things in the VMware, it is necessary to do some configuration. Otherwise, it can infect the OS in which this virtual box is installed. Okay. So they must prevent malware from spreading to production machine. Real machines can be air gapped, like this is what you can create a gap. That is called one approach of sandboxing. So no network connections to the internet or to other machine. That these are the some must or to do's before heading towards this dynamic analysis, because in this malwares are active. Okay. So what are the disadvantages? No internet connection. So part of the malware may not work, not all. Full feature you may see or may not see. Can be difficult to remove malware. So reimaging the machine will be necessary. Imaging here again is a forensic image, creating bit by bit copy of your drive. Then talking about disadvantages, some malware detects virtual machines and won't run properly in one. Okay. So we need to analyze, or we should have the capability to analyze the like malware at the different environment, right from the virtual environment to the real time systems. Now let us see some of the things like how to create a payload or something. So here, if you see red one, that is MSF Venom. So we'll be using that. So if you see, you have here in this. So basically, Metasploit is specifically used for performing different attack to simulate them. So you can see you have around 2490 exploits in this version. This many auxiliaries for information gathering. Then this is important. What are these payloads? So we see the help option. You have been provided with some commands. So here you have search. So with this you can search like search module name and descriptive. So the basically in malware, what is there? Something is embedded into some file format kind of thing. A basic, if I talk about the basic malware. So let us first see what are the different modules available to embed this with any executable file or any file that are being circulated via pen drive, via WhatsApp, or via email. Okay. So how they may be avoided? Okay, the detection may be avoided sometimes. So this in this like tool which I'm showing, you see everything is means available. That's pre-designed, pre-coded into the system. But if we talk about the professional attackers, they create their own custom. Uh, they include their own custom scripts and develop a very good malwares, and they can avoid other detection. Okay. So, so first I'll tell you how to search it. So if you see, these are some options provided. So how you can search? You can search any payload or exploit using the different informations. Okay, like you can give your CV number also. So the matching CV vulnerability or exploit will be shown according to that. You can search using the authors who have recorded those vulnerability through this date, okay, through the name, patch name, platform like Android, uh, Apple or the Mac kind of thing, references, session type and all. Okay. So if you see type, so we will go for the type. One example is provided here. So search type payloads. Okay. Then it will show all the payloads to you. The number of payloads, all payloads are here. Like it is of Windows 86, Windows 7, RC4 stage encryption, Windows 86, like this, different payloads are being provided. These are things which are embedded into any malware or any malicious code. Now, payload type and so these are the payloads related to Windows only. Like you can see the payloads related to Android. Okay. So if you see payload Android interpreter reverse TCP. So if you want to get information about it, you can just copy it and you can see the info. So if you see here, this Android interpreter sells reverse HTTP inline payload Android interpreter. This platform is for Android. Okay. And needs no admin privilege. Total size is this. So this will be embedded into any malicious code or any file. If you want to create that, then these things need to be configured. Basic options like what is the lhost IP port number. These two are mandatory. That is required. This is no. Connect back to attacker and spawn a interpreter cell. So this is how you can just search for. You can search for the Mac. So these are for Mac OS and Unix. So you can see the details using info and you can configure it. Okay. Anyway, we'll move ahead. So this MSF console, you see, Metasploit is now capable enough to run or to support different command line tools like Nmap or other like Python also is you can utilize here. So no need to switch to different windows again and again. That's why now it becomes very comfortable to work on it. So we'll do what? We'll create some of the thing like MSF Venom. We'll use this tool. Okay. Then dash H. So this is the help option. MSF Venom, a Metasploit standalone payload generator. This is how you generate a malicious code. Okay. So we'll see that. Also a replacement for MSF payload and MSF encode. These are the other tools provided from this MSF. And this is what one example is given here. So they have created payload.exe and what is the payload? The payload is Windows Meter reverse TCP. So this is one basic example provided. So let us see utilize this only. However, you can see a complete manual. Maybe you will be knowing, but I'm just repeating the things. So a complete manual is there. So is a combination of these two, putting both these tool into single framework. So it's basically payload generator and encoder. So we have seen cryptor. So that will see here. What are the different algorithms provided as a cryptor in this tool? We have other tools also. So we have this dash piece for payload. The payload list we can find from here. You have dash list and you can add a payload option here. So MSF, the same list will be provided here. MSF Vena dash list payload. So these are the list of payloads and you can find the description here. So these are being embedded into as per the requirement. So if you see like inject custom native PE file into the exploited process using a reflective PE loader. So in malware, you are analyzing this PE kind of thing, PE header and all. Okay. So process execution is and also term used. We look for the PE headers. So SF Venom paste. So this is the payload that is being selected. Windows Meter. You can select for you like Windows 11. For Windows 11, you need to work on this x64 Windows 10 11. This is a generic thing, okay, that you can modify. So x64, this one, Windows X System Interpreter reverse TCP. This can be working for interpreter reverse TCP. Interpreter underscore reverse TCP. So this is the new one. Okay, for Windows 10 or something, x64. Then here I need to provide the listener IP. This is the IP of my local host, the attacker machine. File should be exe and the output will be payload. I'll make it fdp.exe. So if you see, file is created, final size exe file, and that is stored where? It is stored in home Kali. Okay. So if you go here, we have made it fdp.exe. That's the home Kali. We have created fdp.exe properties. It is created today. Okay. Today, and this is what it is of 210432 byte. So 210432 bytes is the final size of that file, and that was created. And that exe, you can just investigate that. Like, so you know about virus total, it's very comfortable. That's why we are telling. There's no other sense. It's free of cost. It is providing. So you can upload this malware and you can check it is detectable by antivirus or not. But now the question is how to avoid the detection. Okay, today I am telling you somewhat towards this offensive. Once you understand this offensive part, I think it's better to understand the other things. So this can be uploaded onto this and you can just check it is being detectable or not. Okay, it is identified or not. Okay. Now let us see about the encoders. I have told you about the cryptors. Okay. Let's see the list of encoders. So these are the different encoders. So you can also encode your created payloads or the executables. You can see the type also. So you have encryptors, you have encoders. Okay. So to see this, you can include that dash list encoders. So I have made here encoders, and you can also see encrypt. So only four basic encryptors are provided here. But being it is an open source platform, attackers can modify or they can create other encryptors like this. The custom developed encryptor codes they can embed here. So how to use it? Okay. So just check. So the file which we have created, we'll try to upload it. We'll come to inet sim soon. fdp.exe. So you see, many of these things are able to detect them. Now the thing is how to how you we are telling that you can uh, avoid the detection and all. So how to use it? So how to make it undetectable? So with the help of this encoders only and encryptors only, you can use it. So let me check for encryptor AES-256, for example. So I'll change the name to FDP1. Yeah. I'll add here option dash dash encoder. Okay. Oh, sorry, dash dash encrypt. And I'll add here AES-256. So it's a new exe file with a payload inside this. It's a malicious executable code, or you can say it's a malicious executable. So this is also created. This can also be analyzed. So you see, I have embedded one URL, or you can say IP in that. So that will be getting the response. So packets will be flowing there. Okay. So that need to be analyzed at real time in this inet sim environment. So fdp1.exe. You can encrypt it, you can encode it 100 times also. So you see, so it's we have used basic operation, so it is very much detectable now. Okay. Now, if you use encoders, okay, encrypt, and I'm using encoder also. And encoder list, I think I have that. These are the encoder list. So any of the encoder I'll select. I'll use a basic, I think I should use this. X64, yes, X64 XOR. I'll use a simple one, X64 XOR. Okay. And I need to iterate it like 10 times. And I'll change the name FDP2. So 10 times it will be iterated with this encoder. The name of the encoder is X64. So right from basic application to you're getting into the advanced, you see different iterations are working here, and you got the size here. And the name of this is FDP2.exe. So we are using the already built-in applications and the facility or the tools. So it's a duty of ethical hackers or the person working as security analyst to regularly update the database. So even this is detectable. Okay. So this is how you can increase the complexity of it. But anyway, let us move into this. So this is what how you can create or how you can you should know how to create these malwares and the payloads or the malicious codes. Even this are like not able to detect it. The Baidu and all. So these are the search engines where this can be means injected into the system using this because they will not be avoiding this type of code. So this is how this happens. And if you see the formats here, we have different formats like .c, .go, .golang, .java, okay, .pl, .python, .exe, .pdf. All these things you can just create with this format and all. These are other formats, ASPX, exe only, jar file, JSP, MSI. So this is how you need to only change only this thing like .py. Okay. And here I'll write py, Python. Py. So I'm using this py. So Python code will be created. fdp2.py. Okay, initialization vector is missing, so it has not been created. That need to be checked how it works and all different formats. Something is missing, a raw payload, not putting a raw payload. So this may get exposed. So you can check for APK file also if it is there. Let us move. We don't have that much time. So this you can explore. I think I have told you the crux of how to develop it, how to check it. Now what we have developed, we'll just try to utilize it and check it. So virtual machines are the most common method, and we'll do it using virtual machine also. So if you see, these are free for using. And talking about in dynamic analysis, like uh, you need to see the behavior of the actual running malware. So you can disable the networking by disconnecting the virtual network adapter, and host only networking allows network to the host but not to the internet. So we need to do this type of configuration. So that will start in parallel. I'll open my older version. Okay. Now in the setting in VirtualBox, I have network instead of bridge adapter, host only adapter I can do. VirtualBox host only Ethernet adapter. And for this also, I'll do the setting. Uh, So instead of sharing the things from my Windows OS to this VirtualBox, I have made a configuration of from change from network adapter to host only. And we have created a payload here. So we have this objective one to this three axis we have created. Now how to use it? Okay. So in this iNetSim, I'll just open that. So NAT modes like network adapter modes, uh, let's VMC each other and the internet. So it creates what we say a gap between router between VM and the LAN. So bridged network connect the VM directly to the LAN, so that we have disabled. Okay. Can allow malware to do some harm or spread controversial things. So you could send spam or partisan to DOS attack after making suitable changes. And malware may detect that it is a VM and run differently. So different type of advanced malwares are also there. And VMware may have this bug, and malware may crash or exploit it. Malware may spread or affect the host. Don't use sensitive host machine. All the textbook samples like what you find in the resource and repository and research papers and all, they're not harmful, but please be cautious. So dynamic analysis is efficient and will show you exactly what the malware does. So we'll see the things. These are some process code, process explorer. This is what? This is the net sim. So what I'll do, I'll just check for the IP first. So iNet SIM is already installed in it, and iNet SIM works as a fake internet provider, like in VirtualBox. So the malware application will, it seems for them that this OS is connected with the actual internet, but actually iNet SIM is uh, creating a virtual environment of the internet. Okay, only to see the behavior of the malware. So, so you have configuration file here in this directory. So before starting, I'll tell you some configuration that need to be made. The gedit is not there. Nano I'll do. Okay. So if you see iNet SIM configuration file is here. These are some. So here I have enabled all, but you can disable it by adding this hash here. So then you have a service bind address. So service bind address, I have made it 0000 to include all the networks into it. Okay. You can fix the IP here also where this need to be bound in that service. And it will work as a DNS. Okay. So DNS configuration should be there. This. So the IP of my OS is already provided here. And this is what the default IP, and here the packets will be redirected. This can be a gateway kind of thing. Okay. So this configuration I have made changes. Okay. So here you can just go, and if you click here like uh, iNet, it is already installed in Kali Linux. And to install the iNet SIM, you have like if you are not a super user, so sudo apt install iNet SIM. So, so iNet SIM already the newest version here. Yes, no, nothing is required. So if you see, if it is not there, you can just install it using single command. And once it is installed, then you can change the configuration file after installation and just open it. So now if you see different services are open now and each one is provided different. So they are listening or to the malwares, uh, means generating or producing the packets related to the protocols. Okay, so uh, these many kind of packets will be monitored. Okay, and it's a simulation running now. It has uh, means now it is running as a internet provider kind of thing. And if you run any malware, this will help us to monitor it. Now I have a different system where I'll execute it. In the network connections, you have IP protocol properties. Now here I have made it fixed. If you do like this, it is automatic. But I want to see the behavior of that malware. So I'll fix the IP address of the system and default gateway that we have set as a DNS. Preferred DNS server 192.168.1.11. So this is the IP of my Kali Linux. Close. You see the properties here. So this is I have set. So this is the basic configuration is required. Uh, Let us have a break of 5 minutes. I think it's more than an hour. It's difficult to continue the things. So this is what here we are just staying. And I'll request we'll meet again after 5 minutes. Is it okay, Vikas sir?
Yes, sir, it would be.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. We'll meet again after 5 minutes. Then we'll continue. Okay, welcome back. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here now what we have done, we have configured this inet sim configuration file. We have installed it, then we have configured and if we have executed it. Now, if you see the malware packets or the packets generated by this malware during its execution will be flown on the network and that will be captured by this. But how to see that? So we'll use this our Wireshark. So packets are not flowing. If you see, very few packets will be flowing because we are not connected to now internets. We are connected via the host only network. And here I have likewise I have created using MSF Venom. That's my own created payload, or you can say malicious executable file. Let's see how it works. So I have copied it into this Windows XP, and if I click it, so now if you see something are flowing in this, I've created, clicked an other a malware, and now it is asking. So I'll just enlarge it. So what we are able to observe, let's see. So it is asking who has this and all. That is a malware created using this and all the things like what request is their ARP. So it is able to receive this request. If it is circulating or it communicating with the attacker machine with like HTTP, HTTPS. So let's see. So now again at the regular interval, this something is being circulated here. So I'll just stop it. See. So packet in the new window. So this is the packet and you see interface any Linux booked mode capture V1. It's today's date of arrival. Epoch time is this. So you can see lot many things. Protocol is ARP. Padding is this. Source is this. You got the MAC address of the source. Let's see it is this or not. Let's see. So it's this only. 08002701E3D7. So when I click that, so this is what coming from this MAC address. Okay. And address resolution protocol, these are the different things. Again, you got the MAC. Target MAC is not fixed, it is broadcasted. It is searching for this IP. That's why it's looking for the ARP. Now this INET SIM duty is just to create a virtual fake environment for the internet, okay, and that is being created here. Now, if I click like HTTP, reverse TCP kind of thing, like different uh, like malwares, and that can be captured here, okay, because it is ready to capture the packets in the specified ports, okay, like this, and they have the process ID. So, so if you see the detail INET SIM main is this, then HTTP 80, HTTPS port number 4, SMTP. So the all in all popular ports, it is means listening to it. Okay, echo, daytime, time, syslog, and all. So this is how it works. Okay, let me know anything is there as a doubt to discuss. Please still here. Okay. So I'm expecting that you all have understood the things. So again, I'll not save it. Now, if you see here, so yeah, I'm unable to open the chat box. Uh, okay, yes, what is performed on? Okay. Then why the encoded malware is not able to evade static analysis? Can you please be more specific, like in which terms you are telling to evade? Like it should be detectable or undetectable in terms of that or something else. So I'll tell you in this, like uh, if I will be working as a security analyst in Virus Total or some antivirus firms or organizations, so my duty is to create and Yes, that is what I am telling. Versions of the encoded versions. So that's what I told. We are using the predefined tools, or you can say the options provided to us. Okay. So these options are means have been used and integrated into their database. Different combinations of these options already exist in the antivirus database because it's readily available to all. Okay, the thing is, the professional hackers or the what is attackers, they create their own algorithms, okay, for encoding and all. So that signature, the way the attacker is saying, that is what it is necessary to work upon. That is the duty of ethical hacker and the security analyst to think like the attacker and to work and to create means store and calculate the signature, the hash or the p header, what we say values and store in their databases for verification. So that is why the static analysis could not be able to evade it. But if you develop your own algorithm or something for encryption and all some other approaches which have not been included in the antivirus database, then it will be evaded. Okay. So that is the thing. So polymorphic in the sense at the runtime you are telling, or it is changing. So static is different. So that encrypted also, if I tell you are using the already provided one. Okay. Yes, the headers, which part, that's the part of malware analysis. So when you uh, create a simple malware and you create an encrypted malware, to try to analyze the header and other things. Maybe the header could be same. Okay, in the two different malwares, header could be same, only the content may be encrypted or something. Okay, so with that it can be detected. If you encrypt it, doesn't mean that it is totally undetectable. Otherwise, antivirus features will be means discarded. So that's the thing. Okay, then we'll move ahead. So this is what you can do these configurations, and these are some other things we have seen uh, to see how it works. Okay, so it just fake the browser also. It fools the browser. So I know the IP. Let me try to use it if it is not connected. So it will not be reachable because you have disconnected it. But from the same network, if we use it. So this comes. Okay. That is, this is the default HTML page for inet state server fake mode. This, so if you get this prompt in the browser, that means your inet is working fine. Then you can go for opening the malware sample in this. Okay. See, I have now been disconnected with the network of my virtual box. And if I make it network adapter, that will be connected with my LAN, and that malware may infect my other devices. Okay. So that is why it is necessary to create a perfect sandbox kind of thing where nothing can be leaked from the, so it should be totally isolated. It can full nmap also for scanning. So Nmap also uses the network protocols for scanning the details from the network or the devices. So INetSim fools Nmap also. So we have different other tools which can be used for analysis. Then we have Procmon, that is filter on the malware executable name, clear all event just before running it. Process Explorer. I think you know about the Process Explorer, Rexshot, registry details, virtual network with INetSim that we have just configured Wireshark. So these are the tools which may help you to get the complete detail about it. So this is how it works. So here INetSim is installed. Here if you see what we have done. Your Linux system, INetSim is installed here. This is the IP. This is the port number, FTP and other things. Now here the IP address of this is 170. Okay. But if you see what is being redirected, it is redirected to this IP. So here we are getting the request. So it looks like a virtual internet for faking these malwares and all. So this is about INetSync. You can try to work on different samples, but don't forget to uh, means do a correct configuration. Now let us move to, I don't know, finish it, but this I'm stopping. So once I have clicked another malware which was created, if you see what I received, again, who has this and all, I'm getting from different malwares. We get a sync request or something like that from 12 to this IP. Okay, 74.75, that is the destination. This is the source. So that is 1.12 is the IP here for Windows. So 1.12 is fixed for this. But when I click this malware, this one, okay. So it is generating different kind of packets. That is what is here. This is best. So we what is revealed here? So the source IP, the destination IP, at the what time interval it is being circulating or it is generating the packets. It is trying to create a TCP connection. The length of the packet is this. You can check the internal of this. You can see the other details here. These are the details, IP, checksum and a lot many things you can just TCP from which port, source port is this, destination port is this. So I have said that time 4444. Okay. So that is what something is suspicious. Now you have this for we have web vulnerability testing application. Like once you get the URL or something, you need to check for their authenticity, their weaknesses, or their analysis need to be done. So for that, you are given verb suit here. So I have installed this on Windows also. Let me try to open it. So I have not, I don't didn't have any professional account here. So I'm using temporary project in memory. These are allowed only for the professionals. So the cost is around $450. So use Bob defaults, start Bob. Okay. Now you have new scan. New scan is not provided because it is for professional users. We have been provided with new live task kind of thing. So new live task is now paused. You can resume it. And what is the scanning that need to be provided here? But before that, if you see in Burp, you have been provided with the settings, configurations. Okay. So so it is scanning the loopback thing. If you want to scan for all interfaces, you can search for any specific address. Okay, that also can be done. Okay, you can scan the live thing, which type of packets are flowing and all. So, so these are some settings. So whatever is flowing from that, or it will go to that URL or that IP and try to scan it. So a lot many things are there. So we'll come back to it. Just closing it. So you have a dashboard. You have a setting here. It's a default resource pool. You have a new task, auto start, start task, pause task is there, schedule task you can add, but it is for pro version only. So with this, what you do, I'll show you some of the things. Intruder. It's working here. Okay. Now if you see about the intruder, okay, our target is something, it is local host. I'll try to open. Let me just check. Like this site, will it work? So we get a full feature in links. Mm, I had earlier gone through it. So it is I need to configure or add something in it. I'll try to change it. I'll just switch off this because it is circulating some request. Okay. In this setting, I'll make it a network adapter, bridge adapter. Okay. Okay. Now it's safe. I'll try to scan the host only. That is the IP having 192.168.1.11. So they have limited many features. Earlier it was free. So total 11 is not. Okay, I will give a brief. It's not working fine actually. This it is not showing many options due to this. So here, if you see in burp, you have a different setting configuration library. So you get a auditing result like which type of checking need to be done. Okay, at what level? This is provided here. Then in this, you can do a project settings like restore defaults like what could be a target, proxy, repeater, sequential loggers. So you get some snapshot of the packets here, what is being circulated or what are the details. So it will just copy about whatever URL will you provide here. Okay. So you can add it here. This new scan feature is now is disabled. Okay. So this you can just check, try to explore it. Now, target. Okay. Then intruder means whatever is communicating between the two hosts or the URL or something is being copied here. Okay, and you see a full list of protocols here in this methods, URL, and all status and all that is being shown here. I'll try to show you the image. Uh, we have a burp suite tutorial like kind of thing. They are only providing this professional video, but this one. So if you see, you are being given this feature for download and install. Then how to intercept HTTP traffic. So you see, you get the things like this. Okay, whatever URL you provide here like this, this is you have provided to scan. So it is requesting this for the information, and you get the information here. You can forward the request to this intruder or something to decode and all. So this is how it looks like. You have the number, you have the host from where, what is the method, get, post, form kind of thing, what is the method, the URL, what you have is given in that website. Then you have a status code. So you have different code 404 to 200, like this. We have lot many codes for the status of this. Then the length, then the type, extension, and if you see the request information here, then response you are getting, what response you are getting. Then you can modify the request. So you can try to analyze the shopping website. So whatever URL is being, you are revealing through this malware or something that can be used here. Okay. So basically through this malware command and control kind of things are being, uh, command and control server connections are being created. So is the connection is made to that command and control servers? What is the name of that server? All this informations we are getting, which type of request is flowing, what is the interval of the flow of the packets. So all these things are being given here. Okay, that is a one-time solution for this. So what will be the target scope? So this is how you go for it. So get, post, form, lot many different type of methods are there. Okay, these methods, and this is what different files is. JavaScript file. This is the image SVG file. You can get lot of information there. So I think we should wind up because it's already 11, and if I get the time, I'll just send the resources to you related to PubSub, but this is sufficient. Okay, so I'm done from my side for this malware analysis for today. So I'm open for question. Because sir, thank you. Please.
Thank you so much, sir. So participants, we are open for question based on the whole session. If there are still some query that yet to be addressed, kindly let us know. So I hope the questions were addressed on the go, sir. So there are no more questions, and let I can say the tools and the way we can simulate these things. How malware can be simulated using various uh, MSF console and Linux tools. How we can simulate them, and what are the different setups using this inet sim. How we can simulate a complete networking environment so that you can execute your malware in full-fledged environment, so that it may basically expose their actual behavior. So there are various usage of this inet sim. You may explore it further, but definitely this session would have given you immense diverse idea about the tools. Few of the tools we already had covered in this previous tutorials, but this was another addition to your repository. So thank you so much, sir, for this insightful and having filled with this exposed knowledge of various tools and techniques. So I would like to thank you. Thank you for the session and
Thank you, sir.
taking time out of your busy schedule. And on the behalf of organizing committee as well as the participants that have joined today, I would like to thank you for this insightful session, sir. We hope to have you there on some next upcoming sessions also. So thank you so much, sir.
And thank you, sir, for the opportunity. And I thank you all the
And Nitesh,
participants. Yes.
yes, sir, Nitesh, sir, I would also request you to kindly share the material so that it could be shared with the participants for their reference.
Okay, okay. I'll share.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Have a good
Thank you,
day.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
So, participants, we are done for the